And the next pair roar to life, Tim Wilkerson. The Skag Equipment LRS Rottler machine on the Dodge side of the racetrack. Going to go side by side with Dave Richards. And the Versatran machine. So this is a Randy Glady side by side sponsorship special. As the same parent company supporting both of these cars, hearing big things about Dave Richards in 2024. Wilkerson and Richards. Wilk licking his wounds after the lawnmower race, of course. He mowed a cone. Just part of the big promotion. You can go down and sit on those mowers and check them out. And certainly everybody is super excited about Skag's participation. Tim Wilkerson. Joe Maynard coming on board here in 2023 with the concept of giving Wilk the opportunity to run for a championship. We've certainly seen him score a couple of wallies. He's going to be right in the mix.
Trying to move up the ladder a little bit after not getting down the racetrack yesterday. Dave Richards currently sits in the number 14 spot. Got a couple of 4-0s out there. It was interesting what Daniel said. He chickened out a little bit too much and pulled it back a little too far. Now, running nose to tail, there's not like there's a lot of time that Tim could make a big adjustment down there to the Skag car. But if he saw anything after watching his son's tuned car run, let's see if he can pick up the performance a little bit. Dave Richards currently sits 14. The Versatran Ford on the left side. And for LRS and SCAG, Tim Wilkerson currently on the bump. .411.309 for Tim Wilkerson. So, well, that's better than yesterday. But I guarantee you he's going to say he was looking for a little bit more than that. Tim will move off the bump and move up to number 14. Dave Richards, I think, spun a tire out there. I do believe it popped. You saw the parachutes come out, and I don't think Dave would have done that on purpose, but these cars do have safety systems in place that if they detect a small problem, they'll try to shut the engine down before that small problem turns catastrophic. Let's watch the right side. Joe?
Yeah, you can see Dave just keeping it in, and there it is.
It certainly puffed the tire out there, but I didn't see anything like a pop or a bang. Wilkerson had at least one hole out by the time he got down to the finish line stripe, and kind of explains the speed being down a little bit, but Tim able to make a minor move up. Dave Richards gets bumped down one as Tim goes around him by hundredths of a second. We're pushing one off the top end of the racetrack. That'll give me a chance to let you fans know, especially if there's somebody here for the first time. If you're curious about practices and procedures, or why do they do this, or who decides that, if you don't have somebody to answer your question, you can shoot me an email. If you use the email address announcer@nhra.com, that comes to me. And I am not soliciting shout-outs. If you want a shout-out, put it on the back window of a Pro Stock car. I am not complaint department, and I am certainly not tech support. But if you wonder about, who decides this, or why do they do that, or what's that little box that they go out there and hold down on the racetrack, shoot me a note, announcer@nhra.com, and I will find you an answer.
Is that what you're doing early in the morning?